Like every rapper thinks they're the best, but when did it hit you when you were like, you know what, I really am the best? This is your
I thought I was, I thought I was the best prematurely. I remember telling my uncle that a long time ago. I'm like, I'm better than LL Cool J. I was a kid. He said, "Get out of here! I'll kill you." I mean, my uncle, you know, some way to motivate your nephew. I'll kill you. Get out of here. We get out of here too.
Yeah.
Like, don't even think about it. Just get out of here. Like, forget about it. But when the difference is, like, when I first started, like, I had that in the back of my mind. But I didn't really, that wasn't really the focus on making the first album. You know, I didn't really think about that in those terms. It was really just about making an album that would connect and finding the truth in the album as well. You know, and then leaving little, you know, metaphors and entendres, you know, just leave them there, you know, to be discovered later on. But around, you know, once you become in the business, then you're competing, you know. So around '98, you know, after being able to do that, right, because that's how I set out to do. I knew I was a more polished songwriter than I was on Reasonable Doubt, you know, as well as, you know, still having those truths. I was still the same person, you know. So having those truths and mixing that with, you know, songwriting and song making ability and marrying the two, I think that was when I really hit my stride. That was it for me. In my mind, I was like, you know, no one's gonna be able to touch me from here.
Like when you're looking for new artists, do you have a checklist of things that you look for, or do you go by feel? Like every time I see information about that dude Pittsburgh Slam, it's always like handpicked by Jay-Z. It's like all the information that comes out. And like, you know, do you go through a checklist like, well, he has this, this, and this. Now let me go check them out. Or is it always just a
for me?
feel?
You can't shock me anymore. You know, I've seen all the greats, right? I've seen all the greats. You're not gonna shock me. So I pretty much look for star quality, and I think after the star quality, you could work on everything else to see if a person develops. That's another thing. People are not given time to develop anymore. They expect it to be great. You know, from the first record, people are like, you better be great. You can't be great. You know, you're new. You have to develop. You know, in the case of Lil Wayne, he had years and years and time to develop. He started so young, he had years to develop to who he is now. You know, so I pretty much just look for star quality. You're a star, you're a star. On any stage, right? Or any place, any room. If you're a star, you're a star. And then we work on the rest. Work on songwriting. You can work on finding great songs. You can work on being a better lyricist, you know. Although if you're great, you're great. But you can work on being a better lyricist. You know?
Do you? Cause it's funny because it feels like because rap fans are always looking for the next thing and the new thing, they kind of don't give you a chance to get better as a lyricist. Like, that's why Wayne and Kanye, I guess it kind of seems so pronounced that they've actually got better.
And the thing about that, you see, they was entrenched in movements, right? So people gave them more time to develop.